got some orange on his eyes, and so I touched up the eyes, and then I put a matte coat on Godzilla, and then I put a satin coat on the Atomic Breath of the Plains, just to give them a little bit more of a shinier look. And then at that point, we were finished. So let's take a look at the final product, shall we? And so here we have my custom upgraded SH Monstars Godzilla 1954 poster version. Overall, I am very pleased with the final product of 54 here. I think he looks more concise. Whenever you put him in some lighting, you can see the highlights better. The head upgrade definitely helps a lot here. I'm a big fan of how the Atomic Breath looks, even though it took absolutely forever to paint. And the planes look very nice, and overall, just looks a whole lot better in my opinion. Now, you might have noticed that I did not actually paint toenails or fingernails, because personally, I thought they looked fine, and actually, I think they work better with this color combination now. If you want to paint the toenails, by all means, go for it, but I personally didn't feel the need to, so I just left them as is. So yeah, overall, I'm much more happy with my 1954 now. And I know this is a little bit of a rougher sort of tutorial on how to paint it. In future augmentation videos, if you'd like me to, I'm going to go over more of a step-by-step process
coming in here. What's up?
on how to paint them, how I did.
We're just customizing Godzilla 1954. We're gonna make it more like black and white, because I'm not really a fan of the brown yellow color scheme. I prefer them to be like more accurate to the movie in black and white.
So yeah, look for that stuff in the future. And so this allows me to also have a better system of recording this stuff, and it not having a bad.
Also, eventually, customizing your freaking Godzilla 54 is crazy. Well, I'm just making him like black and white. It's not gonna be anything crazy. Not like doing a whole custom out of him. Well, I am making a custom out of him. It's not gonna be like different character. Just making him black and white.
Yeah, this year I'm going to try and pump out more augmentation videos. Again, I know I'm not the best with promises, but I'm going to try it. My next figure that I'm going to be upgrading, quote unquote, it's going to be the High Toys Godzilla 19.
Because I don't really want him to be based on the poster, because, like, that was just one poster that goes brown and yellow, and, like, I don't want him to be brown and yellow and everything. I don't want to have to put a black and white filter on to make him accurate to the movie, so I'm just going to be lightly applying some black. Just give him normal Godzilla colors.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? And welcome back to my channel, Action Creature, the most active guy that posts all the time in the Godzilla action figure community. I am just super active and on fire.
My leg just came off.
This will be my first review in quite a few months. I just don't really see the need to review
I guess I
things
can respect it.
a bunch of people have already reviewed them, and it just kind of sometimes seems pointless. But today I got this, and I hit up YouTube to see what was going on, and not a single review has been posted of this, which I think is crazy. This figure went on pre-order, I think, 3 or 4 years ago, so probably most people canceled their orders at some point. But I stuck in there because I think conceptually this is a really cool thing to do with a Godzilla figure. Have a fully rubber Godzilla. I really want to hang in there and see how this thing turns out. Did it turn out good? Did it turn out okay?
I guess like you can't see the process of me painting it. I'm just
We're about to find out if
really locked in on this.
worth the wait. But
I don't have too much paint on
first,
this
we're
thing.
going to go ahead and take a look at the box, and then the accessories. I'm going to have to edge y'all a little bit, but sit tight. We are going to get into this thing. Let's do it. Here's the box that it came in. I'm honestly really surprised at how big this box is. It's kind of crazy. Like, you can see my entire setup right now. I will say, this one does come with
I'm also gonna do some gray dry brushing. I'm back, alright. I'm also gonna do some gray dry brushing on them to give them like shading.
Here's a Hayakong the box so you can get an idea how big this is. Like, look at that. Jeez. Okay, so here's the actual box that the figure comes in, out of the shipper box. And man, this box is still massive. It is huge. This has gotta be the biggest Mezco box I've ever gotten. I mean, look at the size of this. Here's the NECA Godzilla 2014.
3 people in there.
Next to the box right here, right? There it is on top. And on bottom there. I mean, look how big this box is.
Probably gonna do a video about like me customizing this figure and how I customize and everything. Can't get any footage of me like painting it, but I'll go over what I did.
I remember a few years ago, back during the pandemic, this bag itself would hold some value for collectors wanting Mezco figures. So let's go ahead and take this off. The tape got stuck to the bottom. That is not good. Slowly peel it off. There we go. Even this little tape, this little piece of tape here, I remember people would ask me about when I was selling Mezco. Like, oh, does it have the original bag? Does it have the original tape? Like, people were really tweakers back then. But I get it. It's collecting. That's how it is. So, let's take a look. You got the front of the box here. Pretty cool. The back of the box has all the accessories come with. Right side of the box. Left side of the box.
What is one fandom you're disgusted by?
Very cool.
That I'm in, probably the Has Been Hotel fandom.
I like it. You can feel the
And
lettering.
one that I'm not in, I don't really know.
But enough of the box, guys.
Because I don't really know any fandoms other than the I'm in.
Okay, first up.
Not all the Has Been Hotel fandom is bad, though. There's some nice people in there.
Just telling you the hands it has, that you can open his mouth, obviously.
For me, it's the Sonic fandom. Oh yeah, Sonic fandom is pretty bad, too.
The heat ray effect, and the buildings, how they go together. But nothing on the back, just simple little instructions here. Starting off the accessories, we have this little tank here, the top moves. There is 2 of these. It's really nicely painted. Treads are black. The top of it has a lighter gray dry brush, and it looks good. You can't angle the cannon upwards or anything like that. Just rotates. Here we have Godzilla's gripping hands. There is 2 gripping hands.
You want to collab stream after this? Sure. I didn't set the stream to be able to collab, so
Left hand.
yeah, if you want, I can start a new stream for you to join. But
And then we have Godzilla's 2 open hands. And the sculpt on these are nice. The paint is fine enough. Little maybe paint rub or not fully painted on the nail right here. It isn't too bad, but it is there. They look good though. They look pretty good.
yeah, so let's go. Alright.
And next we have a mortar.
Let me finish painting the black on, and then I'll have a new stream.
Looks pretty nice. You know, pretty simple. Just gray with maybe a little bit of a wash. And you got the tires painted black. The rims are painted. So you couldn't really ask for more on this. Looks nice. And there is 2 of them, by the way. Up next here we have one of the planes from Godzilla 1954. Nicely painted, really clean. The window looks good. The lines on it are clean. I see the line here is a bit off center, but that's alright. It is pretty centered on top, so it looks good there. Clean lines towards the tail end. Looks really nice. Nice little plane. No stand for this plane though, just so you know. Lastly, of all the vehicles, we have a train here, and this goes with Godzilla. This end would be put into his mouth, and then he would grip it at the other end here with one of the gripping hands. And this looks really nice, painted in a nice color.
Alright, what's up? Custom seat. That's 4K.
The structure is sculpted nice. It's being crushed from Godzilla's.
Sorry, I'm just tired, so that's why my voice sounds like that. Just woke up. I just wanted to
here we have the
use
building
custom
accessories
that,
that
so.
Godzilla comes with. And these are really fantastic accessories. Godzilla has never actually been packed in with buildings as accessories before, at least for a articulated Godzilla figure. So I'm a big fan of this. I would love to see more of this type of thing with more Godzilla figures. Unfortunately, there is an issue with these though. The way that they slide together, they really rub on each other really bad. So let me show you. So the side here, you can see the paint is just scraping off from how these two pieces fit together. So to put them together, you line up the notches.
Alright, what's up, Godzilla boy?
You just kind of slide them in with force, with a lot of force. And they just don't want to go together. You can hear that. You can try to just push them together like this, which works too, but yeah, I would recommend doing it like that. It's not a seamless fit though. I mean, it's okay. You can still kind of see through that. But overall, once it's together, you'll probably display it like this anyways. The final piece you have here looks really nice. And finally, the most beefy, huge breath effect I have ever seen come with a Godzilla figure. And it's actually really nice looking. I love the translucent going into more of a painted milky color. And you see the translucent, appearing and disappearing all throughout. It's a really nice breath effect. I really like this. It's pretty.
I'm gonna go wash off my brush.
Check this out.
Finish doing the black.
King Kong here.
Oh wait, I forgot. I gotta paint the head sculpt too. My bad.
But Godzilla is pretty huge, so it makes sense. Here is one final look at Godzilla's spread of accessories here. He comes with a lot of great stuff, so in terms of accessories, I'm really happy. I can't really complain, but let's move on to something I will complain about, which is the figure itself. Alright, let's check out the paint app and sculpt of this Godzilla figure here. So, what I'm thinking is, for the most part, the sculpt is right. Some angles, Godzilla's face looks a bit odd, like it looks a little smushed in. The neck maybe looks a little thin. But the big thing really
trying really hard to not get paint on the eyes.
Hell, Mezco was thinking. In the original Godzilla movie, his eyes are never looking straight. So why did they do this? I don't know. Maybe they were shooting for realism or something. But it just makes it look odd. Like, from this angle right here, it almost looks like, what is it? Godzilla 1956 like the unmade American Godzilla movie or something like that. I don't remember. There's just one picture of that suit like this, and it kind of looks like this. I think it's 56. But anyways, yeah, I mean, look at this. This doesn't look like 54 because of the eyes. We'll look at the rest of the body though real quick. I mean, he's got some highlights on the knees, little highlights here and there throughout. Closer look. For an all rubber suit, like this is all really squishy, guys. The sculpt is pretty decent. It's just really when you start to look closer, you notice some issues. And we'll start with those issues at the head here. So, first off, you're going to see that this figure looks pretty dirty, and you're probably thinking, why don't I wash my hands before I touch this thing? It's not me. I got it out of the box like this. It just has a bunch of shit all over it. I've been sitting factory for 3 years, not being shipped out to people. I'm not sure, but yeah, there's stuff all over it. But I'm curious if you guys notice anything about the eyes. It might look like one eye is bigger than the other, right? This eye looks bigger, but that's because the skin is actually sitting flush with the eye. On Godzilla's left eye, though, over here, it's not sitting flush, and there's just a big gap for some reason. I don't know if that's intentional, but
we're now done doing the black. We'll come back later to do the grays.